seeing this video, you're setting yourself up to make a lot of money in 2025. Like the mere fact that you're even on this video at all in the crazy world of YouTube amongst all the distractions, and you're trying to figure out how you can make money. You're trying to figure out how you can catapult yourself into great wealth, doing whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, driving nice cars, traveling, living the life, just living the life that you want to live. You're on this video for a reason. You came to this channel for a reason. And I'm going to share with you exactly how you can make yourself, extremely rich over the next 18 months with some simple focus and determination and being in the right vehicle. 3 things is all it takes. First things first, people underestimate just how important it is to be in the right vehicle. A lot of people are like, oh, I got to get rich, but then you're still working your job. Your job is not going to make you rich. It never will make you rich. A job has never made anyone rich. Never. It's never made anyone rich, and it will never make you rich. I don't care. If you're working 9 to 5 and you have a check that you're dependent on every 2 weeks, and you're dependent on that check to take care of your bills or whatever it is, you'll never get ahead. You'll never get ahead. The only way to create some sort of sustainable wealth for yourself is to be in a vehicle that consistently prints cash. So what I decided to do was learn how to flip land and do it very well. I've made over $1 million in profit since I've been 21 years old, flipping land, well over $1 million in profit. And it's allowed me to do a lot of things in my life. It's allowed me to live my life as I see fit and do what I want to do whenever I want to do it, and go travel and make smart investments and purchase things I want to purchase and drive nice cars and live in nice houses. Important, but also understanding that it's also the determination that you have and the will to win in that vehicle. Because a lot of people will see a vehicle like this and they'll see land flipping and they'll say, oh man, it just must be easy to do that. And I said this, I made another video about this, but your expectations of where you want to be are not at the same level and the same place that the work that you're going to put in is. And so a lot of people's work, their output, their drive, and their determination is not matching the expectations of where they want to go. And quite frankly, it's a lot lower, because you see all of these videos and all this marketing about how you can make millions of dollars and how you can get rich quick and how you can do all this stuff. And you just think that like, oh yeah, this is going to happen overnight for me. This is going to happen. If I do this, I'm going to get immediate results. And that's not going to happen. That's not always going to be the case. And yes, are there people that can come into this and get, immediate results? Absolutely. Did I get really fast results? Yes, I did. But that's because I was obsessed with this. That's all I did. And still to this day, all I do is figure out how to make more money, figure out how to close more deals, figure out how to build my businesses. That's pretty much all I do, right? I'm obsessed with that. And so you got to ask yourself, am I going to be obsessed with that? So that means when that Netflix movie or whatever it is comes out, are you going to be sitting there and watching it? Or are you going to be focusing and studying on your craft? Like, that's what you got to think about. It's like making those sacrifices, those small sacrifices, but that makes all the difference in where you're looking to go. It does. For me, it's obsession. You got to be obsessed with this, at least at first, to get to a certain goal, to get to a certain point where you can kind of do what you want to do and really like define what that looks like for you. I feel like a lot of people don't just define what their wealth profile and what them being rich looks like. And they think that they got to have the Bugatti or they got to have $20 million homes just to be rich. And that's not true. You can be a guy that makes $500,000 a year, makes $1 million a year, makes really smart investments, and really can do whatever they want with their life. Go travel off points. You can be that kind of guy. Or you can be another guy that, yeah, okay, I do want the Rolls Royce. I do want a Rolex. I do want these kinds of things. I want all that. You can be that kind of guy, but what's your wealth profile? Like, define that and kind of figure out like who are you? And what is it that you want out of life? Like, what does your life look like? Because ultimately that's what this is for. This is not so you can be flexing and on everybody. It's not for that. It's not for flexing and flossing. That's not why we make money. That's not why I build businesses. That's not why I do that. I don't care to flex on people. I don't care about that. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. And you need to be like that, because I think that a lot of people try to make a lot of money so that they can prove to other people that they have money. And at the end of the day, nobody really cares about you. So you got to figure out for you, What works for you? What works for me? What do I like? How do I want to live my life? Like, what does my ideal day look like? If money is no object at all, what does my ideal day look like? What does my ideal week look like? What would I do? Like, if I wasn't worried about money, what would I do? This is a question I ask myself every day. And I do it. I really enjoy making these videos. I really enjoy spending time with my family. I really enjoy building businesses, even when money's not an object, but I still enjoy doing it. So that's what I do. That's what I do. I try and figure out how can I make better content? How can I make better videos? How can I reach more people? That's what I do. And so you got to ask yourself, okay, well, if money is no thing, what would I do? And that's what your life by design looks like. And so you got to do everything that it takes to get to that point. And you got to be willing to make the sacrifices. And you got to be willing to make the sacrifices to get to that point. You got to be willing to take those hits, because most people are not going to be willing to do that. And most people are not willing to enjoy the process of it. And this is all about process. The joy and the fulfillment and everything about life comes in the process of getting to your destination. Because once you actually get to your destination, it's like, well, I've made it. What else am I supposed to do? What else do I do? So then you create another journey, you create another process, and life is just all processes. And that's what you realize. Like, one thing I've realized about life is that it's all processes, it's all a journey, it's all in iterating and getting better to get to a certain destination. But the destination is not where you find fulfillment. The destination many times is in the journey. Honestly, I feel like this is a yap session, but that's true. Like, honestly, the destination is in the journey many a times, because just for me, right? Whenever I've set really big goals for myself, what I've done always is accomplish the goals, and then I'm like, oh, this is not what I thought it was going to feel like. And then what I remember is what it took to actually get there. And that's what I find the most fulfillment in, is what it took to get there, the actual journey that it took to get to that place. And so I think when you put this into perspective and say, I got to enjoy my journey, I got to enjoy my process, that's when life really gets a lot easier for you. Because then you're not so stressed out about this end goal and this end number and this thing that I got to do. Otherwise, I'm going to be a massive failure. You're not worried about that anymore. It's just like, okay, what are the things I need to do every day to be the person I want to be? And let me just embody that. Who do I want to be when it's all said and done? When my eulogy is written, who do I want to be? What do I want people to say about me? What do I want people to say about me? How do I want my kids to see me? How do I want my family to see me? What do I want them to say about me? And you need to embody all those qualities. Embody all those qualities now. And you can speed yourself up on this journey, literally, like I said, just by being in the right vehicle. By being in the right vehicle and making sure that money is no issue. Because if money is an issue, then you can just focus on who you want to become as a person. And most people can't even get that introspective with themselves because they're broke, truthfully. And so it's this constant thing of survival mode and scratching and clawing and scratching and clawing. And how do I get to this point? How do I get to this next level? How do I get, you're always like climbing a ladder, always just climbing. And you never get chance to sit down and think about what you want out of life because you don't have time or money to think about it. You don't have time or money to sit down and say, okay, what kind of person do I want to be? It's just, I got to go to work. And it's unfortunate that society has put that on a lot of people and put that kind of pressure on a lot of people because there's so much more to life than just getting up, going to work, going to sleep, watching a movie when it comes out. There's so much more to it than that. There's so much more to life than being a slave to your job or being defined by what you do. There's so much more to life than that. And I think when you realize that the only option out of it is to get rich, is to become wealthy, is to build wealth, is to learn how to make a lot of money, invest a lot of money, and live how you want to live. That's the only way out. There's no alternative. There's nothing else. And so if you want that end goal, there are three things that you need to do within this vehicle, within the vehicle of land flipping. You need to be able to market and speak to sellers. So you need to be able to send out marketing and speak to sellers on the phone. Have very quality conversations with these sellers. Very quality conversations with these sellers. So you need marketing, you need acquisitions, and you need dispositions. So if you're consistently marketing, picking good markets, picking markets where demand is a lot higher than the supply on a consistent basis, and you're talking to those sellers on a consistent basis, and you're relentless with it. And I'm not just talking about, oh, I talked to a seller once or twice and they didn't get back to me, and so this doesn't work, and this is a scam. Sure way to lose. If you're consistently following up with sellers, consistently talking to people, getting deals under contract, then you can go sell those deals on the market for 40 to 50% more than what you bought the deals for. It's a very sure way to get rich over the next 18 months. I haven't seen another vehicle that works that well. Just honestly, I have not. So, if what you want is to be wealthy, understand that you're going to need a vehicle. You're going to need extreme determination. And you're going to need to really enjoy the process of what it is that you're doing along the way. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. Like, take extreme gratitude in the fact that you get to wake up every day and go after it. Because there are many people that don't get to do that. I get to wake up every day and have the time to live the life that I want to live. That the mere fact of that, you should be so grateful for that. Because there's so many people that don't wake up every day. There's so many dreams that are dying in the graveyard. So many. And yours hasn't died. You have the opportunity to get up and get after it. So use it. Use it. Get in the right vehicle. Work extremely hard. Be extremely dedicated. Understand that this opportunity, there are people that will never have this kind of opportunity to even see this video. To even see this video and then be able to get help after seeing this video, get help on their business, to actually grow it and scale it and to make more money. There are people that don't even have the opportunity to do that, and you do. You have the opportunity to learn. You have the opportunity to expand your horizons. You do. If you're watching this video, if you have Wi-Fi, you have the opportunity to completely change your life. I want you to understand that you can have it. Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you envision, whatever life that you want, whatever life you envision, you can have it. But you got to enjoy the process, and it's not going to be easy. It's going to take work. And you have to know that, and you have to expect it to take work. Because nothing easy is worth having. Like, if all these things were just easy to get, if it was just snap of a finger and everyone can have it, then it wouldn't be worth anything. When I drive around this car, people see me in this car, and they're like, damn, I know he had to do some work to get that car. It didn't just happen like that. I didn't just wake up and say, oh yeah, I could just drive this car. It didn't happen like that. It took work. It took a lot of studying. It took a lot of work. It took me building my portfolio to a certain level to where I could say, yeah, I'm gonna go get this car now. That's what it took. It didn't just happen like that. So if you want it, understand that you can have it, and way more than you ever thought you could have. And I'm rooting for you. I want you to win.